Hi, my kindergarten friends. I am so excited about Zoey and Sassafras. I can't put the book down. I have to keep reading. Have you ever had a book where you just wanted to keep reading it? This is Zoey and Sassafras for me. I want to see what's going to happen next. If you want to join me and see what happens next, grab your book and let's go to chapter 11. That's the chapter we're on now. This chapter is titled, What Should Baby Dragons Eat? Makes sense because we just got done reading the last chapter where Zoey figured out that when she ate too many s'mores, her tummy didn't feel so good. And Dad reminded her of her camping trip where she ate too many s'mores and she thought about what made her feel better was to drink a lot of water and eat something healthy. So that gave her the idea that she needs to feed the dragon something healthy and needs to get it some water. So now let's continue reading and see if Marshmallow gets feeling better because of what Zoey's going to help do. So we are going to start on page 70. The picture looks like this. Here's chapter 11, and there's Zoey and Sassafras going to figure out some food to help. Okay, so I'm going to put a phone up here so we can read together. Here we go. Marshmallow was sleeping when I got to the barn. I filled up his water dish and quietly sat it near him. What foods would be healthy for a baby dragon? Mom had said that studying normal animals that might be related to the magical creatures had helped her before. Like when she had the winged fox that was sick, she'd read about foxes and birds to figure out what to do. I ran to the bookshelf. My eyes quickly scanned the books. Bingo! I grabbed Care and Feeding of Reptiles from the second shelf. The chapter on reptile diet had just what I needed. Now, in your story, you're going to see kind of how the text changes a little bit. So this is like showing us that they're taking a little snippet out of a textbook to show us the information that Zoey's reading from that chapter book or the textbook that's going to teach her what's good for reptiles to eat. So that's kind of why it's set off a little bit differently like that when you see that in books. Okay, so let's read what she read in the textbook. Your pet reptile is either a carnivore, an omnivore, and or a herbivore, and should feed accordingly. Those are some big words. Okay, dinosaur friends, here you go. A carnivore. What does a carnivore like to eat? This is where I know Noah, you would probably know this, wouldn't you? All right, let's see if there's any other dinosaur friends. Carnivores eat meat. That's right. All right, omnivore. A dinosaur that would be an omnivore. Oh, wait a minute. We're omnivores too. We like to eat what? Not sweets. We like to eat other healthy stuff. Meats and plants. All right, and it says and or a herbivore. If a carnivore eats meat, an omnivore eats both, so a herbivore will eat only what? Plants. That's right. So that's your vegetarian type people. All right, so that's what they said, that you have to figure out what type of reptile you have. If your reptile is a carnivore, offer a source of meat. We remembered that. Good job. Some carnivorous reptiles prefer animal meat, such as mice or fish. Raise your hand if you would like mice. How about fish? Yeah, fish isn't too bad if it's breaded. All right, we're on the bottom of 71, so we're going to turn our page, and we're on page 72. And it continues on with that little text that shows it's like what they're reading out of a textbook. Okay, so we're at the very top. Other carnivorous reptiles prefer smaller sources of meat, such as earthworms or crickets. Do you want to eat earthworms or crickets? Me neither. If your reptile is a herbivore, offer a plant source, such as leafy greens or vegetables. That might not be too bad. If your reptile is an omnivore, it will eat some meat foods and some plant foods. We remembered those from before. Good job. So we know that a carnivore was going to eat meat. The herbivore is going to eat plants and vegetables. And the omnivore would like to have a little bit of both. But now she has to figure out which kind of reptile she has so she knows what to feed it. Let's read on. There was no more time to waste. I needed to figure out whether Marshmallow was a carnivore, an herbivore, or both, an omnivore. As I ran to the house for supplies, I pushed down my worries. I had to believe that the experiment would help. Hang on, baby dragon. Oh, that was exciting. That's the end of chapter 11 on our Zoey and Sassafras. So, she's got some information now. She did her research. She's got to figure out, though, which type of dragon she has, a reptile, and get the right kind of food to help. What do you think Marshmallow's going to want to eat? We'll have to predict and make a guess. What do you think is going to work to help Marshmallow feel better? Which kind of food? Well, to find that out, we'll have to read on and see about chapter 11. So let's catch me next time when we continue reading Zoey and Sassafras. See you later.